Hello dear students, this is your Anil sir and you are on the platform of Anil Physics Guru. On this video, we will going to discuss about the topic Newton's equation of motion, or sometime it is called SUVAT equation. So let's begin our video with the equation of motion. Dear student, the greatest scientist Sir Isaac Newton has given the three equation of motion. That's why it's called Newton's equation of motion. Sometimes we also says it SUVAT equation because of S, U, V, A and T, where S stands for displacement, U for the initial velocity, V for the final velocity, A for acceleration and T for time interval. Dear students, on collaborating this, we found three equations. When an object is moving with initial velocity U, after some time T, with the acceleration A, it travels as distance and finally its velocity became V. Then we will say that first equation of motion is V is equal to U plus AT. Second equation is S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and the third equation is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So these three equations are known as SUVAT equation, or we can say that Newton's equation of motion. Dear student, let's derive the Newton's equation of motion. We will start from the first equation, that is V is equal to U plus AT. Dear student, this equation will be derived with the help of definition of acceleration. So definition of acceleration is rate of change of velocity. And you can say that acceleration rate of change means change in velocity, that is final velocity minus initial velocity. V is final velocity minus initial velocity by T. When we will multiply this T over here, so it will be AT is equal to V minus U, or for this we can say that V is equal to U plus AT. So here is the first equation of motion. Now deriving the second equation of motion. Second equation of motion. Okay, dear student, for second equation of motion, that is S is equal to UT plus half AT square, we will use the average velocity formula. So the average velocity has two formula. First is total displacement, means S upon total time T, and it has also V plus U, means final velocity plus initial velocity by 2. So S will be, we will multiply T over there, so V plus U by 2 into T. So dear student, this displacement equation is very important for the third equation of motion also. As you know that S is equal to V plus U by 2 into T. We will place the value of V from first equation of motion. So value of V is U plus AT. We will place this value U plus AT over the value of V. So S will be U plus AT and U also U upon 2 into T. So U and U became 2U. So S is equal to 2U plus AT upon 2, and we can multiply this by T. Students, you can see that 2U plus AT by 2 into T. We will solve it here. S will be, we will multiply T on 2U. So 2U T plus a t square upon 2. So 2 will be cancelled, तो s is equal to 2 u t upon 2 plus half, or you can say a t square by 2. So 2 से 2 cancel, s will be ut plus half at square. So this is the second equation of motion. Now it's time for the third equation of motion. Dear student, we will use this equation. We can say that this equation as A. So from equation A, S will be v plus u by 2 into t. One thing we have to utilize. We have to utilize the value of t. If we will place the value of t over here, so t will be v minus u upon a. So this value, we have to use this value of t over here. So t will be s is equal to v plus u by 2, and value of t is v minus u by a. Very good. So v minus u by a. Now we will solve it here. As you can see, s is equal to v plus u and v minus u by 2a. Dear students, it is a mathematical rule, or we can say that formula of a square minus b square is a plus b, a minus b. With the help of this formula, a square minus b square, that is a plus b and a minus b. So for the same, here you can see v plus u, again in the bracket v minus u. So it will be like s is equal to v square minus u square upon 2a. Multiply 2a over here, 2a s is equal to v square minus u square. Replacing this value, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So this is the third equation of motion. So it is very simple. Let's begin with this equation again. First equation we will derive from the rate of change of velocity, where acceleration is equal to v minus u by t. Multiply the t over here, at is equal to v minus u. First equation is v is equal to u plus at. It is very simple. For the second equation, we have to use the average velocity formula. Average velocity is total velocity upon total time. So s by t, and also there is a one formula is also total average velocity is equal to final velocity plus initial velocity by 2. Equating both the equation, we will find the displacement equation. S is equal to v plus u by 2 into t. For the second derivation, for the equation second, we have to place the value of v from here. V is equal to u plus at. We will simply place the value u plus at plus u. This will be u plus u, 2u plus at. Multiplying the t, 2ut plus at square. 2 is 2 cancel. S will be ut plus half at square. For the third equation, when again we will take this equation. Again we will take this equation. So s is equal to v plus u by 2 into t. In this time we will place the value of t from this first equation. T is equal to v minus u by a. Putting this value over here. So v plus u by 2 and v minus u by a. So this will be v plus u in a one bracket and another bracket v minus u. So you know the mathematical formula. What is the formula of a square minus b square? That is a plus b, a minus b. So what will be the formula of v square minus u square? That is v plus u, and in the other bracket v minus u upon 2a. After solving this, we can get v square is equal to u square plus 2sl. Hope this equation are very simple to you and you enjoyed the learning by this process. So moving for the next topic. स्टूडेंट्स, होप कि आपके जो इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन है ये क्लियर हो चुकेंगे. इसको और क्लियर करने के लिए कुछ हम न्यूमेरिकल्स को भी देख लेते हैं, जिससे ये इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन इसका यूज करना आपके लिए आसान हो जाएगा. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, फॉर न्यूमेरिकल आपको कम से कम 1 से 2 बार आपको न्यूमेरिकल्स को अच्छे से पढ़ना होता है। वहां से आप गिवन वैल्यू को पॉइंट आउट कीजिए, एक सुटेबल फार्मूला चूज कीजिए, वैल्यू को प्लेस कीजिए और कैलकुलेशन करके अपने आंसर को निकालिए। यही 3 प्रोसेस में सारे न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व होते हैं। फर्स्ट प्रोसेस इज रीड द क्वेश्चन। So first question you can see here that a bus traveling with 36 km per hour accelerates uniformly 5 seconds to obtain a velocity of 54 km. Question is find its acceleration. So you can see that given data is, so first of all write the given value. So given is initial velocity, that is 36 km per hour, and the final velocity that is 54 km per hour, and time taken 5 seconds. Dear students, in previous classes we have discussed that when we have to take the answer in MKS unit, means standard SI units. So 36 km per hour is not MKS unit. So we have to change this kilometer per hour into meter per second. And you know that for changing from kilometer per hour to meter per second, we have to multiply by 5/18. And when we have to change meter per second into kilometer per hour, we have to multiply by 18/5. For changing meter per second, we have to multiply the value 5/18. For changing a kilometer per hour, we have to multiply by 18/5. So this is in kilometer per hour. So we will change this by multiplying 36 into 5/18. 36 2 times means 2 into 5, that will be 10 meter per second. So this value is known as its initial velocity. So u will be here. And for same 54 into 5/18, so 18 1 times and 3 times, it will be 15 meter per second. So it will be v, means final velocity, and time t is here given. So it asking for the acceleration. The formula of acceleration is a is equal to v minus u by t, means change of velocity per unit time. So placing the value, v is equal to 15 meter per second minus u is equal to 10 meter per second, and time t is equal to 5. 15 minus 10, that is 5/5. It will be 1 meter per second square. Remembered students, unit must be clear. Unit जो है यहाँ पर बहुत सही से आपको लिखनी चाहिए, यानी आंसर will be, acceleration will be 1 meter per second square. So hope this question is clear to you. Let's check out the second numerical also. So you can see the numerical. A car accelerates from 6 meter per second to 16 meter per second in 10 seconds. Calculate first the acceleration of the car, and second the distance covered by the car in the given time period. So let's start with the given data. So this is question number 2, and let's start the given data. The given data is initial velocity u is given as 6 meter per second. You can see from the question. Final velocity v is equal to 16 meter per second, and time interval is 10 seconds. So first question is asking calculate the acceleration. So meter per second, and 10 seconds. It is in MKS system, so we don't need to change it anywhere. So acceleration will be rate of change of velocity, means final velocity minus initial velocity by time. So calculating this, v is 16 minus u is 6 upon t will be 10. So it will be, acceleration will be 16 6 10 upon 10, that is 1 meter per second square. Again I am explaining, always write the unit of the quantity very properly, otherwise your marks will be deducted. So answer will be 1 meter per second square for the first. And for the second, yes, for the second you can see it is asking about the distance covered by the car in that time. So for the distance you have the second equation, or for the you have the third equation of motion. So that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, and for distance we can say that s is equal to v square minus u square upon 2a. Simply place the value. S is equal to, this is third equation of motion, third equation of motion. V value 16 square minus value of u, that is 6 square, and 2 into a is 1 meter per second square. So calculating this, S will be 16 square 256, 6 square 36, and upon 2. We can calculate it as 256 minus 36, that will be 220 upon 2. After calculating, we can see that S is equal to 110 meter. So the distance will be 110 meter and acceleration will be 1 meter per second square. Hope the numerical is clear. Now moving for the next numerical, you can see the numerical here. A bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. Find A, the speed acquired, and second, the distance traveled. So first of all, we can write the given data. So what is given in the question? We have to write over here that a bus is starting from rest means a bus's initial velocity is 0. If it is starting from rest means initial velocity will be 0. So initial velocity u will be 0. Okay, moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second. So acceleration will be 0.1 meter per second square. Time is for 2 minutes. So 2 minutes. You can change it by multiply 60 seconds to the 2 minutes. So 2 into 60, that is 120 seconds. Time is given. So first question is find the speed acquired. So it is asking about the final speed or final velocity. So we have to find the final velocity. The first finding final velocity formula is first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. Simply placing the value, u is 0, a is 0.1 and time is 120 seconds. So after calculating 0 plus 12, that is 12. A value of the v is 12 meter per second. So first question is solved. Now moving to the second question, second part. It is saying that find the distance. So for the distance we have the second equation of motion, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square. So simply we have to find out the distance or displacement. So placing the value of u. So u is what? U is 0. So 0 multiplied by any thing, so it will be 0. So we can directly say that ut will be 0 because u is 0. So t will be multiplied by u, it will be also 0. So this whole term will be 0 plus half into a. Acceleration is given 0.1 meter per second square, and obviously time is what? 120 seconds. So 120 square. Finding this, 0 plus 1 by 2 into 0.120. After calculation, we will find that the answer will be 2 multiplied by 120. Okay, 0.1 into 120 into 120 by 2. Cancellation 60. 60 12 6 12 172. So it will be 720 meter. So the distance will be 720 meter. It is your answer. Hope you all enjoyed the video. So we will meet in the next video. So till then, goodbye to you. You will keep study, stay at home, be blessed and continue with the chapters revision. Thank you so much.